All right, on to topic number 5. Topic number 5 here, ladies and gentlemen, is Hasbro names new president in Chris Koch, that's his name, and announces they will not attend New York Toy Fair 2022. Now, if you're wondering who this Chris guy is, he was in charge of Wizards of the West Coast or something, or the East Coast. And apparently, Wizards of the East Coast or West Coast, whatever it was a division, was part of Hasbro. They were part of Hasbro to an extent to where Hasbro, from what I understand, was planning to sell them off to someone, to a company, a buyer, if you will, in China. And the president, Chris, if you will, I guess was okay with that. But now he's in charge of all Hasbro. Now, what's interesting about him being in charge of Hasbro is he's basically made a reputation of turning D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, and I think to an extent Magic the Gathering, into more wokeness. In other words, basically taking that woke agenda and culture and implementing it, into Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering and such. And people like Rodimus Primal, and I think even Neon at Clownfish TV, they kind of worry about this because, if he can, put the wokeness into D&D or be responsible for the D&D wokeness and all that, or the wokeness being in D&D as well as in Magic to an extent, then what's to say he won't want to put it in G.I. Joe, Jem, My Little Pony, in Humanoids, what is it, ROM, if you will, Visionaries maybe, Micronauts, Transformers, the list could go on. Who's to say, My Little Pony, who's to say he won't want to, say, hey, let's make all these shows a little bit more woke. Who's to say he won't want to do that? And I think that's what worries a lot of people, but here's the thing, he can only do so much. Like a president could, have the final say in certain things, but it's the responsibility of others to make sure things go through. So I don't think we have to worry just yet about Chris's woke agenda influencing other Hasbro properties, when he becomes president on the 25th of February. And I say that date too because of the fact that not only does he become part of the board, become president and all that, but it also gives Hasbro time to take him aside and say, look, we know you have your own thought process on doing things, but this is, we've been here a lot longer than you. We know what works. So if you want to succeed as president, you want nobody on your bad side, listen to what we have to tell you, take our advice, and, go from there. And I think that's what's going to happen. If you will. Now, speaking of Hasbro, they made the announcement that they will not attend the Toy Fair in New York City this year. Now, I don't know what the reasoning is. Some are assuming that maybe they don't have enough product just yet, or they're assuming maybe that leaks get out when they're not supposed to. I don't know what the reasoning is. But yeah, Hasbro, as of right now, unless they change their mind, are not going to attend the New York City Toy Fair this year, where it's known to be like one of the bigger toy fairs of the year, where a lot of companies get to show off with the next generation of the next year's or that year's upcoming catalog of toys for the company and certain franchises. But it seems like Hasbro's like, nope, we're not going to do that. They're going to hold off, and maybe they're going to wait to do the presentations and unveilings with their own things like the HasCon or something like that. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what happens. But if they change their mind and it gets announced that they will go, that's great. If not, I got a feeling they're going to wait until they do their own event to announce what's upcoming down the line and what is going to be unveiled for upcoming purchasing in the very near future. But yeah, it seems they're not going to attend the New York Toy Fair, and we'll see if that's a good thing or a bad thing for them in the future.